Alrighty, how are we? Just did about a 50% water change on the tank, and it's looking pretty bad because I've plucked off a fair bit of shit and thinned out the jungle valve. I try and get more light down to the Ligwigia that are propagated from these stems over here, and to get it growing down there. Now, I have noticed that it is growing because before, when I sat in front of the tank like this, like at a higher view, I couldn't really see any of the Ligwigia, but it is growing a little bit and it's starting to peek over the wood just a little bit. What I've noticed over the last few days is that I'm starting to get a little bit of algae. You can see on the heater there, there was a bit of shit kind of growing up through here. You can see a tiny bit of hair algae on some of that jungle valve. And there was a tiny bit on the Anubias here as well. And I kind of put that down to the Flourish iron that I'm using. I think it's just a little bit too many nutrients, too much nutrients I guess, I don't know. But what I'm going to do, the lights are on at about, I think they're on about 8 hours at the moment. And they were on 9, then I brought them back to 8 once I started dosing with the Flourish, with the iron, and I haven't really been seeing any results with the Flourish, with the iron. I've been dosing for about 2-3 weeks, a cap full or sometimes half a cap full, well, a cap once a week, and sometimes I'll do half a cap twice a week. So I've only been dosing like 3 weeks, so not a lot, but since I've been doing it, not that 3 weeks is a long time, I'm not really seeing any results. The Rotala isn't getting any pinker than what it is. If anything, it's just creating algae in the tank. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut back on the iron, and I'm cutting back the lights an hour. So now I'm going to just be running the lights at 7 hours and just seeing how it goes. There's little things about the tank. You can see here we've got a banana lily. There used to be 2. This one's kind of stopped growing, and it's got a little baby plant down there. I had 2 in there, remember, and I decided just to pull one out because I didn't want too many banana plants in the tank, because I was checking out some banana plants on YouTube the other day, and they get huge root systems. I saw a dude who had banana lilies just growing in plain old sand, and the roots were huge when he took them out. So these are growing in dirt, so I'm assuming the roots are going to be massive as well. And if I ever choose to take them out, it's going to be a huge mess. So I've still got one in the back there, one there. I did have one kind of shooting up there, but I pulled it out, and I pulled one out there just so it doesn't become too much of a problem. But yeah, thinned out a bit of jungle valve to try and get a bit more light down to the bottom to the propagated Ligwigia down there. I pulled off some Rotala and just stuck it down in the substrate here. And hopefully these start shooting off a little bit. This corner here doesn't get a whole lot of sun, a whole lot of light, but hopefully that takes off and kind of grows throughout here. I thinned out the wisteria, and I've just got a whole bunch floating up here because there's a whole bunch of roots starting growing off the wisteria that was growing at the top. So I just plucked them off and just got them floating in the tank at the moment. I pulled out that viney plant that I got from the golf course, and I've got this here. I always like to have some floating plant growing in the tank. I feel as though it absorbs quite a few nutrients out of the water, floating plants, but also it gives the fish some security as well, having a floating plant above them. So you just saw that the boesemani, go up there and check it out, but more so I'd do it, yeah, just for the fish. I think they like floating plants in the water. But as far as the fish go, they're all looking pretty good. I got another boesemani for that dude there. I don't know if it's a male or a female. It's still quite young, still quite small, but the other boesemani there, he's not showing any aggression or pretty much any interest in the fish at all. And this dude here hasn't coloured up either since I've got that fish, so I've got no idea what sex it is. It was quite small, so it was really hard to tell. I just took a stab in the dark. I did study the fish for quite a while and compared it to some other ones. There was some obvious males in the tank. They were quite a bit larger though. But that guy there, you can see it. But yeah, this dude here isn't really showing any signs of colouring up or showing any interest or aggression at all towards that fish, so still no idea, a little bit early to tell. But that is a tank after a water change and a little bit of trimming later.